And now for our feature presentation.
No stone is unturned when you tune in to Just Toy Talking Too Much.
Just Toy Talking Too Much.
We talking sex, marriage, relationships, prejudice, politics.
Girl.
Your rights, my rights, the way that I see it, the way how we talk. When we talk real talk.
And that's the double truth.
Say, people, you talk too much. And if you're talking, you can't be listening. But you need to be listening to Just Toy Talking Too Much. Get it?
Let's get it started. Just Toy Talking Too Much. And that's the triple truth, Ruth.
How are you? Hope everything is I am in my studio / office right now. So welcome to one of my expressional rants, and also let me take my glasses off. I'm getting a glare. I can be found at www.justtoytalking2much.com. And when you go on the website, a little box will jump up and it'll say subscribe. You just put your email address in there and you'll be able to get notifications when I post my podcast, my interviews, my videos, my rant expressions, my articles, blogs, etc., etc., etc. Also, look out for my book, Why Compromise Your Soul, which can be found on Google, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon, and it is currently on sale. Support the arts. I am an artist. Also, big shout out, right? I want to say a big shout out to Cali, the West Side. I'm throwing up the W in my Ice Cube voice. It is nippy on the East Coast right now, so I do have on my Gardena sweatshirt, keeping warm with socks on my toes. So I'm going to get into this rant, and I felt that this would be a good one to do because I feel that this is something that we all can relate to, men and women, because there's only two sexes walking this earth. So, however, I have personally been experiencing bouts of depression, and it has been going on for like 4 days, and I'm pulling myself out of it. Now, honestly, I am a very witty, positive, animated, dramatical, not drama, but dramatical production, love to laugh, encouraging type individual. And I've been doing all this soul searching and soul seeking, and there's just been so many things that have been getting under my skin, and that I've just been having these huge whirlwind of thoughts that have just been placating my soul and my peace. Now, I do confess positive things. I do get up in the morning, I do pray, I do meditate. I'm not saying that this is what others need to do. I do encourage it. I do say that you should, when you wake up in the morning, that you should listen to something positive that will start your day off in a positive direction, that you should be uplifted and encouraged. If that's for you, if that's reading a positive quote, or if that's listening to a motivational speak, or if that's listening to a sermon, I highly recommend that you do that and put your head in the right space every morning before or in your car when you start your day, because that's very, very impertinent, and it's an extremely important to boost yourself and to give yourself that encouragement. There might be some women and men that can relate to me. I have been very hard on myself, and I'm my own worst critic. I'm also very transparent, and I said this in one of the interviews that will be posted soon on my website, because YouTube did not let me upload my interview with the cheaters. So that's going to be up on my website. They denied access to it, so I am not going to be able to post that. However, getting back, I did say in this interview that I'll always be transparent, because you never know who you're helping when we all go through trials and tribulations and valleys, and we have issues, and it's good to share your past, no matter how bad, no matter how good, because you don't know what your testimony is doing and help in assisting someone else. So some of the issues that I battle with are vanity, and that vanity is with weight. Now, I'm very hard. I'm going to go ahead and I'm posting the video on my website, but I do not like the way that I look. I just don't like the way that I look. Even though I've lost 35 pounds, I've gone from 198 and I went down to 165. So I went from a size, I really don't know what size I was wearing, but now I'm wearing like I'm wearing 7s and some 6s. So that's a lot of weight, but still I look at myself and I see a big girl. And there's nothing against women who are overweight or heavy or obese or whatever, or curvy women or thick girls. This is no disrespect to you any whatsoever. This is just me talking about myself. So I'm very hard on myself. I'm like right now, like, can you just get these 15 pounds off? And I have not been working out because there's been so much going on. So once I get back into that, hope I'll lose the 15 or so extra pounds that I want to get off. So I'm hard on myself with that. I'm also been hard on myself because at the age that I am, I'm like, well, gosh, I'm just not making this amount of money. I have a crappy job, but I'm grateful. And there's been various things that have gone on, that have happened. There's been separation of a relationship. There has been a separation of a lot of negative people in my life. And you have to pull yourself out of and from around negative people and negative influences. Even if that means being to yourself, and you take that journey along by yourself. My father's not doing well, and he's slowly dying, and that's bothering me. I miss my mother and my father dearly. I didn't mean to start crying. And at first I thought this was hormonal. Like, are you PMSing? Are you going through all of this? But depression is real. Depression is very real amongst people. And we like to ignore it. We don't want to go get counseling. We don't want to talk to anyone. We don't want to share what we're going through with anyone. We don't want to take the necessary steps to relieve ourselves of the oppression and the suppression and the heartaches that we feel. And it's okay to pat yourself on the back and say it's going to be okay. There is a gospel song out there. Sometimes you need to encourage yourself, and you can't always look to people to encourage you. And we also, with the negative energy that is an influx around from what this president is creating, let alone our personal issues, if that's financial issues. Can you eat? Can you keep gas in your car? Can you pay your car note? Health issues, crises that jump up and around us. It's absolutely crazy. And then I'm bombarded by all of the artistic endeavors and entrepreneurial endeavors that I want to get into, and I feel like I'm like a century behind. And so I don't mean to be, and then it's just been causing me to separate myself even more from people that love me and care about me. And then it's the times where you feel like you're alone, you're in a world by yourself, like nobody feels for you, nobody cares for you. And it's unfortunate that as time goes along, each generation gets weaker, and people don't really, they say they care, but they really don't care, because we want people to really reach out and touch and be caring. Now, we don't want to throw pity parties, and we really don't want to call persistently, insistently call someone over and over again with the same thing and not pull ourselves up. There are some people who are soldiers, and I do like to consider myself a soldier. I just wanted to share this video and make this video because depression is real, and it is real again. It is real for people of color. It is real for people of every race, nationality, and origin. Suicide has gone up. People are losing their minds. All of these shootings. I mean, not that it's nothing new under the sun, but just people just losing it, losing weight, gaining weight, doing drugs, eating, exercising more, just taking themselves through it, anything to escape. What I'm saying is take a moment, because I had to tell myself this. Take a moment, purge, and purging is crying. Water is cleansing, and when you purge and you cry, just get it out. I don't care, man or woman. Even if you're a man and you have to go in and you have to shut yourself away and you don't want anyone to see you cry, fine. Because I just don't want to bombard people with my issues. However, the things that do work for me is meditating, is constantly, persistently, insistently pushing myself and letting my frustration be my motivation, which is on my my writing website, justtoywrittenexpressions.com, and that is my inspiration. I take all my frustration, and whatever I set my hands to do shall prosper. I take long baths. I know some people, I don't take baths, but water is cleansing. I totally get the metaphor of being baptized, and you have to do your research on your own. But this world, this life, in my Bilal voice, oh boy, can take you through it, will suck you up, and people will dry you out. I also find that when I'm going through it, for me, when I encourage someone else, when I just send text messages and say, have a great day, just thinking about you, when I take the onus off myself and I take my negative energy and turn it into positive energy, when I am consistently listening to uplifting things, when I am going through it, I write. It's always good to have some other activity. It's really not good to be by yourself all the time. And I know some of us just don't have a choice. Some of us really don't have a choice. I just think about the homeless people. I think about people who really don't have really anywhere to go and nowhere to run and no one to run to. And when I started thinking that I'm just this one person living in a world with millions of people, and I think of my blessings and I think of what I have. I actually have a beautiful townhouse. I actually have a job. I have a brand new car. I have a roof over my head. I have creative skills. I'm blessed. I'm talented. I have a great family. I have great daughters. And I have a great support team, even when I feel alone. So when I take myself outside of myself and I stop looking at, you're not attractive, you're too big, you haven't accomplished anything, you're no good, you made the wrong choices, you did the wrong things, you made the wrong decisions, look at this, look at that, you did this, you did that, and I go, and then when you start breaking everything down and you start seeing all the negative, it's like the doors just bombard and flood, and now you see every little single thing that you've done wrong in your life. Now, I think as artists, and I'm not saying that other people don't do this, but I do know that it's with artists, those who write, those who sing, those who produce music, have those moments where they experience real low lows and real high highs. I just believe that a lot of our painters, sculptors, people of that nature, which makes them great sculptors and great writers and great singers, because they work their pain out through their art. So I'm just telling you that if it feels like you're all alone and it feels like you have no one else, take a moment, pity party, purge, cleanse, love yourself, encourage yourself, be grateful, Stay humble. And you hear a lot of people say that, stay humble, but I'm telling you, and forgive yourself, because that's what I had to do. And even though I have forgiven myself for a lot of things, I still have to forgive myself. I still have to say, you're okay, you're doing great, you're in a good space, you're in a good place. And then I have to count just all the little bitty things and look at all of the accomplishments. And I've come a long way. I have. And you will too. And if you need help, go get you some help. If you need someone to talk to, go talk to someone. And if you need a hug, call a friend, call an associate, call an acquaintance. And sometimes you don't even have to tell people what you're going through. You can just say, hey girl, hey dude, what's up, what you doing? Come roll with me here. Or treat yourself. Or just take a ride. Or go take a walk. Purge yourself of all the negative energy. And as you're purging, encourage yourself. This is Toy High from Just Toy Talking Too Much with one of my edgy, witty, raw, and candid expressional rants. And I want to say to you, love yourself, encourage yourself, and don't beat yourself up. And as you're purging,